brought you a wonderful recipe for your breakfast, for your afternoon snack. For those who don't want to eat bread but want a quick, nutritious, healthy option. It's without wheat flour, actually without any flour, without butter, without sugar. You will love it a lot, and for sure the whole family will enjoy it. Stay until the end because you won't want to miss it. Another detail is that there's no milk in our recipe, so if you're allergic to milk or lactose intolerant, you will love it. And if you're new here, take the opportunity to subscribe to the channel and activate the bell. I have new videos every day and a new recipe every day. You will love it a lot. Let's start this super quick and super cheap recipe. Remember that the ingredients, quantities, and nutritional information will be down here in the description of our video. The first thing I'm going to do is take this apple here and grate it. I brought it so you can see the grater I'm going to use for the apple. I want to use this finer grater here so it becomes more delicate. Let's grate it here. Remember to keep the peel on your apple to have more pectin, more antioxidants, more fiber in our recipe. My apple has darkened a bit because the filming process takes a while, but at home you can do it faster, and if it darkens, there's no problem at all. The apple naturally has a bit of liquid, so I want to remove this excess liquid here. I've got a strainer here, and I'm going to press it to release the excess. And I'm putting it into this other bowl here. To this, now, I'm going to add the eggs. I'm going to mix it here. Remember that the eggs will add protein to our recipe. So, even for breakfast or an afternoon snack, it's a great option because many people already know from my other videos that it's very interesting for us to consume protein in small meals as well to feel more satiated. This, in fact, helps with weight loss and keeps you full for longer. I'm going to add cinnamon now, which will help with insulin sensitivity and also enhance the flavor of our recipe. This recipe doesn't have sugar, so if we want to add a little vanilla, we can because it will make it sweeter. Or we can just stick with the cinnamon. And let's add the shredded coconut, dry and unsweetened. If you want to use fresh coconut, you can use that too. I took the opportunity to grab my stove so we can move on to the second step of our recipe. In our pan, I'm going to brush a little coconut oil just to make sure nothing sticks here. I had already preheated the pan while I was organizing everything for you to see. I'm going to show you the texture of our dough because you always like me to show how it turns out so you can replicate it at home. It ends up like this because the dry coconut absorbs some of the liquid. I grabbed this ice cream scoop here just to make it easier for me to place it, but at home you can use a tablespoon in the same way. I'm going to place it here, look, and flatten it so we can make our recipe. Let's wait now for it to cook on one side, then flip it to the other, and I'll be right back. 2 minutes have passed. I'm going to flip it here so we can brown the other side as well and cook the rest of the egg. And I'll do this with the rest. I'll be back in a bit to show you how many we made. Be right back. The smell is wonderful. Remember that cinnamon is optional. And if you want to cook this pancake faster, you can cover your pan, as this will cook the egg inside more quickly. I'll cut a piece to show the texture inside. You can put a little yogurt on top. You can add some 70% or more melted chocolate if it's for an afternoon snack, because in the morning I think chocolate doesn't quite fit. And you can also add honey. Let me know if you're going to eat it with a topping or just by itself. Remember that the amount of carbohydrates and calories will be listed below, and this recipe is fantastic because it's also low in carbohydrates. You're going to love it for sure. Like the video, share it with those who need it. Let's expand this chain of goodness together because that's what I want here with the channel. I'm going to add some honey here because it will give it a special flavor, and I'll show you how it looks inside. Tell me down below then, what is your favorite fruit for these recipes? Do you prefer to make it like this with apple, like I did with banana? Some people also make it with guava. It works well. Let me know down below, what is your favorite fruit? And now let's see inside this delight. Look at the texture. How wonderful. It turns out very fluffy and tall.